everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and today, y'all, I am about to harvest my turmeric. And I am feeling kind of funny about harvesting my turmeric, y'all. What is up with that? It's just turmeric, but it's just I've gotten used to seeing it sitting right there, and the edges of it are beginning to get kind of brown. But it's like I don't want to harvest it. I want it to sit there. It's like I'm treating it like it's just an ornamental. But y'all, that's the food. I need to go ahead and harvest it because I expected first frost date is November the 8th. And so we've got like 16 more days before our frost date. So I need to expect a frost date. It could happen, you know, before or after. But I need to go ahead and I need to get it. But y'all, that is kind of hard for me. And it was like I had a choice today because I'm trying to get some of those things off of my schedule that I need to get taken care of before our first frost. And it was a choice between the tomatoes and the turmeric. Y'all see, I couldn't do the tomatoes. I was like, okay, turmeric, you're up. But y'all, this is so weird. But let me show y'all something first. I want to show y'all my tree. This is the Japanese maple, y'all. Remember, I had put it in a pot and I did not have enough drainage in it, and it was looking sick. It had looked sick for a long time, and I just didn't know what was wrong with it. And it was just a simple thing. I just needed some more drainage hose. So I put the drainage hose into this container, and now the tree is back to life. It is looking so beautiful. So that is one of the things I wanted to update you all on. Another thing is that we have some lettuce growing in our stackable. The seeds that I sowed, and I never did get a chance to put any more seeds in here. So these are the original seeds that were in this stackable, and they have began to germinate. And also, I want to show you the strawberries. The strawberries have some foliage on them. We know that they're going to die out, but they're going to go dormant. So, yeah, they're looking really good. Those are the strawberries, the bare root strawberries that we put in there. It has not been a week. They're looking really good. And there were no more potatoes, no more sweet potatoes. It was just those three that I got from over here. So yeah, that was it. Unless there are some underneath here, and we won't be able to get those until after the greens have been harvested, because I'm not going to tear the bed up. Since I already got my greens planted. And I also want to give you an update on this bed that I covered with the netting. The two plants that were dug up, they are looking better. There's a little yellowing on the edges of the kale, but it's going to be okay. And whatever little pests were getting in, they tried over here on the end, but I guess they got tangled up and they ran off because they didn't get in, but it did pull the edging up some. So I just stapled it back down. Okay, I'm gonna update you all on these tomatoes since they're about to have to come out. They're not coming out today, but I just want to update you all to show you the tomatoes that are on this plant, and the plant looks so good. It's almost time to say goodbye. Y'all know these two supposed to have been gone. This one's still putting off some fruit. I did go ahead and plant some turnip seeds in the bottom of both of these, so I am using this pot. But y'all look, they still got flowers on them, so they get ready to put out some more tomatoes. They think even this one has some flowers on it, and I think all these plants are thinking that it's spring because they're all doing something spring-like. This one has tomatoes right here, has some tomatoes in there, and then there's this huge tomato plant right here. This is a sun gold, And it's growing all over here with tomatoes over here. All of these tomatoes. And when I get ready to harvest this, I don't know if I'm gonna just stand here and harvest it, or if I'm gonna do it like I did one of my plants a few years ago. If I just dig the whole plant up and just take it somewhere and go sit down and do it the lazy way. But I don't know. I think I might stand and pick all of these off. I don't know. Just depends. But whatever I do, I need to go ahead and make up my mind about doing it, because I think we're going to be getting some rain in a few days. Then things are going to start getting nasty. So I am going to have to go ahead and get this plant out, y'all. It is just hard. Look at all these tomatoes. Look at tomatoes all up in there. But I know it has to be done, but I'm just having problems. Look at all these flowers on this tomato plant. I keep thinking that we still got a couple weeks, but we got a couple weeks before the first frost. But I think that there's going to be some rain coming before then. And like I said, things could get pretty nasty. But as I said, these are a lot of green tomatoes. And what I will be doing is taking these green tomatoes off and making either a salsa verde. Ms Renee did a salsa verde that looks really good. I'll either do that or I'll do another green tomato relish. Even has some San Marzanos back in there. This plant is loaded. Y'all, I've been talking a lot about the tomato plants and the fact that they'll be dying once the frost hits. But there is the thing about these peppers. All these peppers will be dying also. These pepper plants will be dying when the frost comes. So I have got to go ahead and pull them out. And no, I am not going to overwinter any of these peppers. I'm just not going to do it. I did that one year, and I only did it with one pepper plant, and it did so good. I mean, the entire winter, it did wonderful. I put it in the patio window, and I let it get sun, and I watered it, and it lasted until it was almost time for it to go outside, and it died, y'all. So, no, I'm not doing that again. And this huge tomato plant, I've got to decide to pull it out too, y'all. So many tomatoes. And then there are still peppers in here. I'm thinking all this has to happen this week. And y'all remember last week I pulled a lot of these green tomatoes and I took them inside. So now I'm gonna have to go again. I should have got them all at once, pulled the plant, and then when I would have been done with this, but I just could not do it. And we got these shishito peppers over here. So this is going to be another big harvest of a lot of peppers and a lot of tomatoes. Okay, y'all, but let's go ahead and harvest this turmeric. And I'm glad I leaned it over like that because there's a frog down in there waiting to jump. See, there he is up in there. Just waiting to pounce me. Okay, y'all, I am not going to play with this. I am going to go ahead and just get to it. So I went and got me some shears so I can cut all this off. The little frog won't have to be worried about how he going to jump up in my face and scare me. he is on the ground already. I'm gonna knead this soil. It would be good to just take these in the house like this. And then whatever I don't use, I can come back out. I think I may do that because last year I had this in the house. Only problem with that is not going to work because you know what? Ants and all types of bugs will be in here. And I could rinse this for some days and I would not be able to get all the bugs or ants that are hiding in this. So the best thing for me to do is to go ahead and harvest it like this. Get it as clean as I possibly can. Put it in my little bowl over here. And I will try to, y'all, this stuff is looking like I need to do something. Y'all, look, I'm talking it out, y'all. Because it's looking like, see, last year when I stored it inside the house, I had just purchased it. And I stored it inside the house, and I stored some in a container. And you remember I showed it to you all how it had gotten these little roots on it while I had it in a mason jar in the pantry. It stored really well like that. And so it is hard to just get these. Y'all can see what I'm talking about. This portion right there. That orange part, all that orange part. See, look, that's turmeric. I am going to put these roots in a separate place. I'll get the turmeric out, but I'm going to put the roots in a separate place because I'm going to have to do some research and I'm going to figure out if there's anything that I can do with this. Because I hate to just toss it and then find out later on that I could have just planted this inside and been on the way to my next year's turmeric and then still had all of the turmeric that I'm going to use. Okay, y'all, I haven't gotten anywhere. But you have to try to figure it out. That's the way that you learn. Hey, this is a learning process for all of us. I'm not coming out here pretending to you all that I am an expert gardener. I am not. I am learning. And I know this is going to be a nice, juicy piece of turmeric that I can use if I decide to grate it up in a recipe, y'all, because it is so good in so many different recipes. And I used some today in a recipe. So with having this like this, you don't have to purchase any from the store. You have your own turmeric. You use your own. But see, these are totally different. This is like, I think some maybe new that is forming. And I know that the one that I just put in there, that's a one that's ready to use. This one, I don't know. I don't know if this one's quite ready because I've never used one this light in color before. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put everything in my container except these parts like this with all these roots. Just going to lay them up there till I figure out what to do with them. Okay, so let's see what we got down in here. a nice piece. And then the little frog decided to hop out. Y'all went to try to get some tarp, and look who I am. I'm going up on him. I hope he don't get mad. There he is. He ain't paying me no attention. He coming toward me too, y'all. Y'all believe these things are blind, cause he's just coming straight to us. Okay, well, it's time for me to back up, cause yeah, he was just getting a little too close for comfort for me. Okay, I'm gonna get the tarp. Yeah, I went to get this tarp. I ran into all kinds of critters. First it was the armadillo, then it was wasps, then it was black spider. Just so many critters. Okay, but I got it. And so now, I'm just gonna dump this all out. All we want now is some turmeric. We just want some turmeric. It's got a big hole in the side of it, and so I hope that there's nothing in here that's not supposed to be in here. As y'all see, I got a big hole right here on the side. So instead of getting close and getting down there with my hand, I am going to take my shovel and just start breaking this apart. I need this soil so that I can plant me some more greens. Y'all, because we're going through our greens. We are eating greens over here. I've been sharing some too, but we've been eating about a pot full. They are so good and tender. All right, so I'm gonna bring my pan over here. I'm just gonna harvest it now. I'll go back and clean it up later. I have a lot of small pieces, but it's all turmeric, so I'm gonna dry it, some of it, especially those little bitty pieces, and make some powder out of them. And we're just gonna sift through this a little bit more to make sure that we got all of it. It smells so good. Yeah, I think I have most of it. So I'm going to go ahead and start sifting and putting it back into my pot, putting my soil back in my pot so that I can use this soil to plant me some turnips. So let me get a fork so that I can sift with my fork. Okay, I'm going to use my fork to kind of pour it back in there, and then I can see if I'm picking up some turmeric. I'm not going to see it all, but I'll see some of it. So I can take this tarp back over there to them Walsons. They over there waiting on it. I had this tarp over my riding lawnmower, and they were underneath. Like, lady, where you going with our tarp? One of them, ooh, there's a yellow jacket on here right now. I'm gonna have to stalk him. And I got him. So I guess he rode over here with me. Well, I know it was rode over here with me because he flew off when I laid the tarp down. And I think I've covered one up. I just turned it over because I just felt like if he was underneath, if I laid this tarp on him, he wasn't going to be able to get out. That might be the one. What I don't want to put in here is a big old pile of weeds. Although, when the frost comes, I won't have to worry too much about the weeds. I don't want to tear a hole in my tarp with this fork, though. Yeah, I guess all the sifting is over with for this fork. It's beginning to all just go through. So that means that I got most of the turmeric. So now this is the soil that we have left to plant our turnip greens in. And all this I'm going to consider to just be compost. I'm not worried about getting those green pieces out. I'm going to get those turmeric leaves to my chickens. Sure, they can get some great benefits out of those. So I'm going to take these roots and I am going to hold on to them until I do a little research. And I'll let you all know what I find out about whether I can do something with this. Show you one that looks better. This one still got the turmeric in there. I need to get that. But if I can do something with these roots like this. So then you all know, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Should I just put them in the compost? Or can I wrap them up and save them and plant them? Or plant them, just go ahead and plant them inside. That's what I was thinking about, just put them in a pot and plant them inside after I clean them up. Make sure there are no bugs or ants in them. Okay, now it's time to try to see if I can remove this tarp without getting stung or bit by something. I told y'all I took it from wasps and spiders. I guess I can take this out. I'm going to turn it on the other side and I'm going to put turnip greens on the other side. Because that is what I'm planting in this container today. And y'all, I had been planting some turnips, and in one spot I was waiting for my bottoms. I had not seen any bottoms. And then I realized that this last time when I purchased my turnip seeds, I purchased some, because I was just trying to get some variety, and I purchased some seeds called Shogun turnip. No, not, it wasn't the Shogun. It was 7 top turnip. And the 7 top turnip, after I Googled it to find out what was up with my bottom, it said that the 7 top, I keep wanting to say Shogun, because I planted some of those often. I planted some of those today, Shogun turnip. But after I Googled it, it said the 7 top turnips were just, you know, mainly the tops. It had some images where it showed some bottoms, some white bottoms, but it said that they were mostly good for their tops. So I got turnip greens on the the 7 tops, but really no bottom. Well, that's okay, but y'all, I really did want I wanted my bottom, because I love turnip bottoms. One time I saw a video and the people were throwing away, but they threw away the tops. They only wanted the bottom, and they were throwing away. They said they were gonna get tops to the pigs. I want them both. I like the turnip bottom and I want the turnip green. Okay, so now I have some good fluffy soil in here. I am going to add in some blood meal. And a little happy frog. Now this is the end of my happy frog. This is all the happy frog I got left. I'm going to add it in, and I'm going to add in some blood meal. Give it a sprinkle. Cause y'all know these seeds are not getting planted very deep. I don't plant my turnip green seeds very deep. And I'm going to broadcast them, but I'm not going to over broadcast them, because the ones I'm planting today are some that I want some bottom. So I'm only going to put a few in here. Okay, so now I got my seeds, and y'all see this here says, these are some purple top turnips. So this is what I want. I want these purple top turnips. These turnips are going to have that purple top that you can see, that big old turnip sticking out of the soil. That is what I want. And so I only have a small container, so I can't get a whole bunch of, I can't crowd them all in there. So this is some that I'm planning to give me some bottom to go with these tops that I got planted over here. But y'all, look what my son whittled for me. This is the top off of one of those mallets that I broke. Well, this is the one I broke. And my son, I told him I wanted a dibber. And so he got his little knife, and he kind of cut it and made me a little dibber. Y'all, one of these leaf-footed bugs just flew over here. Can y'all see him? He is huge. He came out here and landed on my shovel. I can't even get it. He just came out here, and I done used my new dibber that my little son whittled for me. But I ain't getting nothing on it. I probably didn't even hit him. I don't even see him. He probably flew off. But my son did this for me. He wanted me to have one. He told me, he said, I could do this. So he got it, and he whittled and whittled until he got it. It's not perfect, but it's nice. I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of get my fertilizer and my blood meal in here just a little bit. And I said I was going to broadcast these, but since I got my little dibber, I'm gonna put me some holes, and so I can know I got some room for some turnips. Oh, that hole too deep. I gotta redo that, because I know all them holes too deep. These seeds will be lost forever. So you remember, when you got little tiny seeds like this, they really don't need to be, this little dibber gonna have to go for something else, because I don't want to lose my seeds. And I'm only gonna do a few seeds. I figure like probably 20 seeds would be too much. But I got some seeds. This what I got between my fingers is what I'm gonna put in here. And I'm just gonna broadcast them on top still. I am broadcasting. And if they do get to the point where it's too much, then I will remove some, because I want those bottoms. Y'all know I just can't help it. When I'm broadcasting, I just can't help it. But I am going to mark this. I'm gonna put my seeds back up because I will get these. But I still want to show y'all how many seeds you can get when you live in the country. All this bag and then all these seeds that fell out this bag, they were $3.95. That's what happened when you live in the country. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just lightly water these in. Just lightly because it's probably fixing to rain here shortly. I want to make some good soil to seed contact. And I'm going to make my little label. And I'm going to put that these are purple top turnips. And I'm going to move these back. And I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with my turmeric harvest. And that might not look like much, but that's a lot of turmeric. There are some big pieces in here, but there are also a lot of little pieces in there. Break one of these big pieces and make sure, yeah, look. I just want to make sure it's fresh and not seed. But yeah. I don't even know if you're supposed to wash it or you're just supposed to just let it dry. So I got to read all that. So y'all learn it with me. I'll let y'all know what I did with it. But in the meantime, I'm going to move this back. Then I got to clean up this mess that I made. Give those to my chickens and try to do all that before it gets completely black, dark out here. Y'all, I did a lot of work today that you all did not see. What did I do? Oh, I did I watered everything in really good. Then I fertilized everything with some fish emulsion and some more bloom. And I also did some more planting, and I think that's it. I think that's all I did. But that take a long time, especially when you're fertilizing all of your plants by hand. It takes a long time. I fertilized every single plant out here. So yeah, it took a while, but it was fun. I enjoyed it myself. It felt good out here for a while. Then it got really hot out here, but I had a wonderful time. So I am feeling good. I've gotten my turmeric harvested. I'm on my way to getting the garden ready for whenever the frost comes or whenever it starts raining and things start looking kind of nasty out here. So I hope that you all enjoyed the video and that you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.